let's go to Indianapolis, Indiana, the heartland of this country, one of the greatest states in this country, with folks, actually have a brand, Hoosiers, right? You don't get any better than that. And we're in a dogfight in Indianapolis today. John Fredericks, tell me what's going on, brother, because the games are getting pretty brutal there, sir.
Welcome to the second storming of the Normandy Beach to save America. It's called Indianapolis. We're right outside the Capitol in the Trump bus. Unbelievable turn of events over the last 24 hours. Let me bottom line this for everybody. We have 40 state senators that are Republican, 40 out of 50. We need 26 votes. We had 23. Now we've got 22. I'll explain that in a minute. This is why 23 is the critical first number. We have 2 Republican state senators who have told our courageous whipping the yes votes, if you can show me 23 today, the vote's going to be today, somewhere around 1:30, 2:30. Show me 23 on the board. You've got me and you've got the other guy. You got 2 votes. So 23 gets you 25. You get to 25, you got a hell of a shot to get to 26. But we've only got 22. Why? Well, one of our yes votes, a state senator by the name of Ryan Mishler, a yes vote, solid yes. Well, he leaves Wednesday night. He says, sorry, can't make the vote. Got my son playing in the basketball tournament, going to Florida, got a second home there. See ya. Hope things work out. So he's in Florida. So he's not voting. So that gets us to 22, which means now we got to get to 23 to get to 25 and 26. So number one, look, I have followed my son, Joseph, all over the country since he's 10 years old. I have missed very few tournaments, very few games. I fly to the road games all over the country. I get it. Okay. But you got to save America. What do you mean you're going to Florida? I've called on Joe Gruters to get off Fox News, get off Fox and Friends, whatever he's doing today. Chairman of the Republican Party, get off the TV, get on the phone, charter a flight from the FBO, wherever he lives in Florida, to Indianapolis, get him up here, pay for the flight with your own, with RNC money, put the card in, vote yes, put him on a plane, go back, Merry Christmas. Do something. We're not doing anything. We got to get 23 to get 25. Once we get to 25, then we got to get to 26. Now, there's several people that are on the fence. What's going on here is the leader, the Senate pro tem of the Indiana Republican Senate, Rod Bray, is now twisting on. Here's what he's saying. I'm going to strip you of committee. You're not going to be involved in anything. And don't worry, if the MAGA people primary you, I'm going to raise money. I'm going to save your seat. So we're fighting our own people to get to 26. And it's going to be today at 1:30 or 2 o'clock or 2:30. I'm going to be right there. I already see the buses outside. Why are the buses outside? My bus is outside. Why are these 5 buses out there? Oh, those are the protesters. They're busing in from God knows where, paying them to eat, right? AFL-CIO, Planned Parenthood, all these organizations. They bust in the paid protesters. They're going to fill up the rotunda with another 400 people to our 6, right? So that's the bottom line is we got a guy that doesn't show. We got other Republicans that are scared to death. And look, I got a news flash, okay? This is not Turning Point USA. This is MAGA Inc., Chris LaCivita. These guys, Steve, if you're not a yes vote, you get turfed out. The money that we're going to spend here is going to knock your socks up. You cannot go on this way. You can't go on where you've got Republicans that are not standing up to save the country. We got to get to 26. Got to get this guy.
Hang on one second. John Fredericks, the fight today is here. We have to win this. And here's why we have to win it, folks. John Fredericks knows this better than anybody. It's about momentum. It's like in football. You have to move the chains. Here, we're sending a signal to the rest of the rhino deadbeats in these other states, and there's lots of them, that don't want to get off their ass. And here's why. The Republican establishment has come to the conclusion that they're going to wait Trump out. They don't think MAGA's that strong. They think as soon as they get Trump removed, you're just going to fritter away and you're going to go back and be donating to him and go back to the same neoliberal, neocon, globalist policies that have gotten us in the situation we are, and allow the color revolution in this country to roll. John Fredericks, lots of games are being played. up there. How can we thwart this? We're burning daylight right now, sir.
We got to get on the phones. We got to call these state senators, call every single one of them, 800-382-9467, 800-382-9467. But here's the bottom line. This is not about 2 votes. I keep saying this. 2 is going to get you 20. Say, oh, it's only 2 votes in Indiana. It's not going to make that much of a difference. Yes, it is, because if we win this fight, because when we came in, you talked about earlier being an underdog. I got here a week ago Tuesday. They told me we had about a 15 or 20% chance of winning this thing. Now it's 50-50. So yeah, we're an underdog. Yeah, we got to fight back. Yeah, we got to lace them up and lace them tight, get up early and do our job. Yes, all of that is true. We're the underdog, but we can pull this off. But what it means is you nailed it. Momentum. Other states, other Republican states are going to see that Indiana stepped up to the plate. They beat back the establishment, and we got these 2 seats. It's going to give them the courage, the backbone, the spine in order to go forward and gain more seats for us. So this is not 2. This is about 20 seats it's going to mean for us. That's why this vote is so critical. Now, you talk about profiles and courage, okay? This is going to floor you. So I got one Republican, can't give the name because I promised off the record. I got one Republican who says, well, if we get to 26, I'll be the 27th. Well, we only need 26. As soon as we get to 26 votes, the lieutenant governor hits the button and it passes. What do you mean you're the 27th vote? What? Oh my God. I got 2 other people who's like, I'll only vote for you if you can show me 23 on the board. Because if you can't get to 23, you can't get to 26. I don't want to get Rod Bray mad at me. I don't want all this. I just want this whole thing to go away. But if you can get to 23, then I'll get you to 24 and 25. I mean, talk about, why are you here? Like, why did you run? Why are you a state senator if you can't even stand up and say, hey, I don't care what number you get to, I'm a yes. That's what we're looking for. But this is what we got to deal with. Fear, anxiety. They want it to all go away, right? Nobody wants to step up. Now, we got 22 solid votes, 23 if Ryan Mishler would get back here. We got 23 solid votes. And as many rhinos as I've seen here and people that are scared and cowardly, I've met warriors. I'm talking about Senator Chris Young, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith, and others, really MAGA warriors who put everything on the line to get this done. And they're working hard. We're going to see today at 1:30. But here's the thing. Here's what they hate. This isn't about voting no. This is about voting yes. If you're not a yes vote on that board, okay, then you're not with us. And we're going to know who you are, and you're going to have to go on the record. You're going to have to either don't vote or vote yes or vote no. But we're going to know every single person that bailed on us. And what's going on here is they're looking around and they're abandoning ship. We lost the mayorship in Miami. We lost this race in Georgia. Some public service commissioner got beat. Virginia got blown out. New Jersey's a disaster. Everybody, MAGA's breaking up. We don't really need them. We're not concerned about them. We got to get out while the getting's good. That's what's going on here, Steve. That's why this vote today is so critical.
You've nailed it. The Republican establishment think their theory of the case that Trump's a passing storm and that the MAGA movement will dissipate after Trump. That's what this is all about. You can you look at the Senate. This is why there's no change to the filibuster. This is why there's no recess appointments. This is why now even his appointments coming up, like the deputies for Bridge Colby, others are getting rejected at the committee level. Tell them to go back and rethink it. The $2,000 rebate on tariffs. They wouldn't even lift a finger. Hey, you may have to do some maneuvering on that. They don't want to talk about it. Everything that Trump wants to do, the entire Trump program, they're not interested. If you want to talk a tax cut or sliding in $800 million in the dark of night into an NDAA for Ukraine, they're all for that. But they just think you're a passing summer storm. The reason this is so important in Virginia, if you want to motivate people in Virginia, because Virginia is going to be boom, it's going to be 10-1, and people say, well, the courts are going to take care of us. When has a Democratic-controlled court ever taken care of MAGA? Never. The answer is zero. You can't depend on these courts with these radical Democrat judges. You have to do it yourself. And John, if we don't win this in Indiana today, you're going to see just a collapse in intensity in Virginia, and you're going to have a 10-1 map. That's why momentum here is so important. A win today will spring us forward to motivate Nebraska, Kansas, Ohio, Florida, these other places. You're right. We could pick up 20. We could pick up 20 seats in a dogfight on this redistricting, and this is the fight we have to win now. If we win these fights now, the Democrats will be more than dispirited. They'll realize that MAGA still as strong and powerful as it's ever been, because this is not the Republican Party delivering this. This is not the GOP delivering this. This is not the Republican establishment delivering this. They're fighting you harder than the Democrats. John Fredericks.
Well, listen, that's what this whole thing is about. They want MAGA to go away, and they think if we can stop this effort in Indiana, that's going to be the end of them, and it's going to show other states where the Republicans have the power to get more seats that, look, we couldn't do it in Indy. It's not worth the effort. And the whole MAGA thing's imploding anyway, and it's going away, and they can't win, and they're going to lose the midterms. So it's time to get out. It's time to get off what they think is a sinking ship. This is why this vote here and the people standing behind a yes vote is going to turn the tide. I'm telling you, we win this thing. It's a game changer for the midterms, right? President Trump, you want a Republican majority? We got to get on the phone. We can win this vote. We can get to 26. And I tell you what Mike is going to do. Soon as that vote hits 26, within a nanosecond, he is cutting off that vote and hitting the button. And this thing is going to pass. Oh, it's going to get challenged in the court. If it does, it'll pass in 2 days. It'll go to SCOTUS. They've already signed off on Texas. So they're going to sign off on it. Means 2 seats, and then 2 means 20. So Ryan Mishler, get your tail back here. Vote. Yep. Joe Gruters, get him a plane. Do whatever you got to do. Work. Get something done. Do something.
Action, John, action. Where do people go around the 1:30, 2 o'clock time to catch up with you on social media? And then you're going to be back with us at 5. We're going to talk about this. There's nothing more important in MAGA world today than to win this tactical victory in Indianapolis that will get us some momentum for the rest of this. So where do people go, sir?
I'm going to be live all day giving updates. You can follow me TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, wherever you want, at JF Radio Show, at JF Radio Show. I'm going to be giving constant updates, and then I'm going to give the final to War Room here at 5 p.m. Eastern, right from the Capitol. Don't miss that.